We are just 4 miles an hour off our 11th hurricane of the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season. Tropical storm Zeta is churning just outside of Belize today, now moving northwest at 9 miles an hour towards Cancun, Mexico, and then it's on to the old Gulf. And that is right, my friends. Welcome back. October 26th, 2020, 11:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are tracking tropical storm soon to be Hurricane Zeta in Central America in the Caribbean right now, finally moving northwest into the Gulf of Mexico. We have had way too much action in the Gulf this year, and I'm not really seeing an end of it anytime soon. We are looking at tropical storm Zeta right here in the Caribbean. We're going to watch it become a hurricane, and then we're going to see what happens in the first week in November. Now, I'm not predicting any sort of specific storm. I'm just showing you that the action in the Caribbean is not going to stop after Zeta. In fact, really quickly, Zeta is to become a hurricane actually in the next few hours, possibly by the next update we have, if not already, and then it's going to be a hurricane as it hits Cancun, Mexico, possibly emerging early Tuesday morning. You can see that H symbol right here on the other side of Cancun as it enters the Gulf, and then Tuesday by 7 p.m., Tuesday night, we are back into the open waters of the warm Gulf as a hurricane. Possible landfall as of today, scheduled for 7 p.m. Wednesday in eastern Louisiana. We are going to have a few more letters in my opinion, and then as that storm comes and goes, according to the GFS Zeta, we do have another storm that is projected to begin in basically the same spot. So we know this area is very much favorable for cyclone formation still through the month of November. November 30th being the last day of hurricane season. That does not mean that hurricanes are going to stop forming. As we continue to watch Zeta in the Central American area in the Caribbean, we can see that it has really taken a much healthier shape. We see that nice bubble and those storms bubbling out of the middle, and now we're going to see this thing head in that northwest direction, already moving as we speak across that Cancun area. And then once we're in the Gulf, all bets are off. As we've said before, we've had storms come into the Gulf that we projected to be really non-issues that have turned into major storms, and the Gulf is still very favorable for all of these. As we look right now, Zeta is at 992 millibars in pressure. That is already lower than first projected when we first learned about the formation of Zeta. So right now it's already overachieving as far as what was predicted earlier on, and we are looking at more than likely a landfall of a Hurricane Zeta, not a tropical storm. In fact, what we really want is the interaction with land when it hits Cancun to actually stall the possible strengthening of it, because as of right now, it's scheduled to become a hurricane just before landfall on Cancun and then emerge as a hurricane as well. So not really doing much as far as stopping the storm as far as the projected data goes. Now, if it can stall the storm a little bit, then we are starting from basically a tropical storm to hurricane status within the Gulf and not hurricane to category 2 status. Because we all know what happens when these storms enter the open water of the Gulf. And let's not forget the old model intensity guidance chart here. We had a lot of plots taking this up to a high grade category 1. They have readjusted a little bit, some of them peaking up at that mid-range category 1 and one of them now at category 2 range. So we still have a pretty broad spectrum, a low grade tropical storm to a possible low grade category 2. As of now, that may change, but expect a landfall of a hurricane status Zeta. And again, as of today's data and what we have to work off of right now, it's looking like an early evening Wednesday landfall. We could see right here. And also, last but not least, I want to show you how the GFS and CMC are lining up their landfalls. As you can see here on the 28th of October, we have that landfall almost in central Louisiana. Central by meaning the exposed coast. It's hitting right in the dead center of Louisiana. If we switch over to the GFS, we see it's a little shift over to the east, closer to the Mississippi or Baton Rouge area. So I can't stress this enough. When people are asking me where these hurricanes are going, all I can offer is the actual data we have available to look at. It's public data. Everyone gets to look at it. Of course, I can throw in my opinion there, but that's not really what I like to do. I don't like putting people in a position where they have to guess where this thing is going. So I present the data, and here it is right here. We can see most of these plots are aiming this thing towards that eastern area of Louisiana, possibly even skipping that and hitting Mississippi or Alabama. But we can't ignore the plots that are to the west. So if you are within this cone of uncertainty, if you are even outside of the cone of uncertainty, a third of the time the storm doesn't even go to where the cone is showing. automatically puts Texas, Eastern Texas, and also the panhandle of Florida, which are outside of these spaghetti plots, still in play, being that the storm is not even in the Gulf yet. My friends, I appreciate each and every one of you who continue to follow this channel as we put out these important updates for those of you to use the information and act accordingly. If you have not already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Every little bit helps, and I enjoy putting this content out to you on a daily basis. Shout out to Canada, shout out to all my subs, and if you guys would like to, please click that bell so you get the notifications. And if you have the bell clicked, please check and see if you are getting notifications. That's very important. All right, my friends, that's it for this morning. If anything happens significant, I will be back later on in the afternoon. If not, tomorrow morning is another day. Stay safe. Zeta is out there. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.